The Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan State. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll from the top five in this conference, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got the tight end outside. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot. And they get it down to the 35.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Finds his big tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Childs. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's McCray. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And the Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Pulls it in. It's White. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Noles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give is to Williams. He breaks the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Makes the grab on the left. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
To the air, it's Castellanos. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. They'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air, it's Childs. Makes the catch, it's Mark. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Wide receiver going in motion. trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. Picks up the first down, still moving. Into the secondary on the right. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special...
Touchdown, Spartans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this QB started to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
They'll try to run for it. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Gets it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Belling. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Sparty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
A run for the quarterback. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. He makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Castellanos. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They are up by 21 over Vanderbilt. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Castellanos. Hauls it in. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, no! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Spartans want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Child. Quick strike complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Oh, he wants it all. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Spartans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're turning it on. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. With the catch, it's Achuk. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to the ground game on the left. At the 45, on its way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Third down and short is exactly what you want in offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown Seminoles. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. And they'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Working on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Throws for the tight end. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
The Spartans will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Florida State, 28. Michigan State, 21.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got the first down and more. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Off to the races to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over UAB. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Noles! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Childs. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wide open downfield. Running free. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
White 18, Rocky switch. White 53.
Looking to pass, it's Childs. Going for 6. Touchdown, Michigan State. Quick strike through the air for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. There he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a man. It's Childs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Leaves it with the back. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Gets it out quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over UAB. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Finds a tight end.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's McCray. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Bringing the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but this whole really...
Touchdown, Spartan! Fired in from the red zone for the score. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been...
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
52, Michigan State, 34.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The give is to Williams. On his feet at the 40. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Florida State. And the stomping has commenced. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
34.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day. Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the single back. Powers through the defender. Turning it on.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To the air, it's Childs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Bounced off his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.